Hello friends, in the series on income tax cases, today we will discuss a case which is based on penalty provisions where the penalty has been imposed by the assessing officer through penalty orders. The issue before Pune ITAT A bench was that where the assessing officer neither in the assessment order nor in the penalty notices has specified the specific clause of section 270A subsection 2 which is for underreporting and section 270 capital A subsection 9 which is for misreporting has not specified the specific clause of these sections. So whether in that case the penalty order is tenable in the eyes of law, or the other issue was that if the profits have been estimated by the assessing officer by resorting to section 145 subsection 3, so whether in that case the penalty is justified. These both the issues have been taken up by the tribunal in the case of Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax versus Chakradhar Contractor and Engineers Private Limited. This case is reported in 128 ITR Tribunal at page number 33 and the date of the judgment is 26th December 2024. In the present case, the assessment year involved were assessment year 2020-21 and the assessment year 21-22. The assessee is in the business of construction. The assessee has showed a profit of rupees 7.37% of the gross receipts. The peculiar fact in the present case was that the sale of the assessee has increased exponentially during the concerned years. When the assessment proceedings were going on, the learned assessing officer was of the considered view that the assessee has claimed some excessive expenses, so he increased the rate of profit to 10% from 7.37%. Since the addition was not very much in amount, so the assessee accepted the addition and didn't prefer to file the appeal before the CIT appeal as far as the quantum addition was concerned. When the assessment order was passed, the assessing officer has mentioned in the assessment order that penalty is initiated for underreporting via misreporting, but the assessing officer has not specified the specific limb of either underreporting or misreporting. The same was with the notices issued by the assessing officer for further taking the penalty orders. The assessing officer imposed the penalty orders were passed. When the matter was before the CIT appeal very categorically mentioned in his order that the assessing officer neither in the assessment order nor in the penalty notices has mentioned the specific limb of section 270A subsection 2 and section 270A subsection 9. The point of the CIT appeal was that there are clauses section 270A subsection 2 clause A to section 270A subsection 2 to clause G for underreporting. Similarly, the clauses are A to F for misreporting. According to the CIT appeal, for the penalty order to sustain, it is very essential that the assessing officer has to specify the specific clause of those sections. Otherwise, the assessee will not be able to position to counter the penalty notices. The revenue took the matter to the tribunal and the tribunal also upheld the order of the CIT appeal by saying that the CIT appeal has not erred in deleting the penalty because neither in the assessment order and nor in the penalty notices the specific limb, the specific clause of underreporting and misreporting was specified by the assessing officer. The tribunal also said that in the present case, it was very clear that the profits have been estimated by the assessing officer by having resort to section 145 subsection 3. So where the additions are based on the estimation basis, so in that case it cannot be said that the assessee has done some underreporting or misreporting and the penalty is not justified in those cases. So on both the grounds, the tribunal deleted the penalty imposed by the assessing officer on the assessee. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax versus Chakradhar Contractor and Engineers Private Limited, and this case is reported in 128 ITR Tribunal at page number 33, and the matter has been decided by Pune ITAT A bench on 26th December 2024. Thank you, friends.